Ringing up Jonathan Smith.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail of Jonathan Smith at DWF Law. I'm sorry I'm unable to take your call at the moment. If you'd like to leave your name and number, I will of course get back in touch with you as soon as I am able. Thank you.
Please leave your message after the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
Yes, hello Mr. Smith, it's Mr. Hussain here, once again leaving yourself another daily message like a broken record. Today is message number 158. I've left you 157 previous messages from the 18th of October 2023, and today is Sunday the 24th of March 2024, and the time is around about 10:15. Once again leaving yourself another daily message asking you to contact and engage with me. We're meant to be in court tomorrow, and once again you see how the things are working out now. The circumstance and situation has arisen where you don't need to speak to me. All you need to do is work closely with the Bradford Council, who are then instructing the courts and tribunal services and the judges in order to rubber stamp all orders that are clearly in your favour. This is quite clearly deplorable and despicable that you're effectively targeting a vulnerable person such as myself and my vulnerable brother because we are poor Asian Muslim. What is it? You have no right to do this. There's meant to be independence, and quite clearly there is no independence. I've quite clearly evidenced this to yourself that your client Manningham Housing Association is effectively acting and has been acting as a proxy agent for Bradford Council for the longest of times, and clearly is culpable in my own unlawful arrest and incarceration back in 2016, because in 2014, 10 years ago, coming to be now April, my mother and my brother had signed over documents that would have exonerated me from any wrongdoing because I had legally acted on their behalf. After being criminally convicted and going to jail, I've come back out again and continue to provide care and services, and this is obviously something that is unacceptable for the local authority, considering my charging policy of over £1 million a week in providing care for vulnerable people that the local authority has a duty of care for. And this is one of the reasons that the local authority are taking such stringent measures and excessive attacks against myself. Now I'm becoming homeless, and you're going to charge me more money in order to make an extension, a 35-day extension, so you can continue to add on the liability, and it's just completely all fraudulent. You know it and I know it. Otherwise you'll be looking to engage with me. That you're violating the principles of overriding principles of the court to look to find a resolution. You've not found any resolution. You're just targeting, victimizing me. I urge you to, well, I don't urge you, I mean, like, the reality is you're not going to talk to me, and hopefully this matter's coming to an end soon, because you're quite clearly looking to make me homeless, and you're quite keen to do this because it's not yourselves. The housing association are there to provide vulnerable people with housing, especially from the Asian minority. And look at what position you guys are in now. You are basically have targeted and killed my mother off the original tenant. You're targeting and victimizing me and my brother. Your client could have just given us a new tenancy, and they could have been afforded all the money for the last 2 years. But the reality is that they've been taking instructions from Bradford Council, and the fact that you had withdrawn your case back in April 2022 and then reinstigated it without engaging with me clearly shows your proxy agent status. But it's just far more complex than that, isn't it, Mr. Smith? It's your client is not the only proxy agent; it's the courts as well that have previously had the head of the courts, Mr. Nick Goodwin, who was the previous public guardian, has been instrumental in murdering my mother, only to now become the head of the courts and tribunal services to manipulate this case. And also more diabolically, it's the independence of the judiciary that has been brought into question on this case, because the judiciary have been bought off by the local authority. I keep on saying these things, and everybody keeps on saying it's scandalous, but nobody's investigating this. Nobody's my allegations are not being fully.
Up in 10 seconds.
None of my allegations have been formally investigated to find if they're legitimate or, and they are legitimate, and that's one of the reasons they're not being investigated, and that's one of the reasons that I'm forced to be into this situation. This is quite clearly a criminal act.
Message has reached maximum length. Message deposited. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
It's all criminal and fraudulent, and it's been criminally committed by the very authorities that are meant to be acting in benevolently.